It was sad, because at first we were going to vote out Stephanie, only because I think they couldn't vote me out because I still have immunity, but I'm understanding that they do want to align with me, so it was a little hard because Danny did not see it coming at all.
That tribal was really emotional. I mean, for two different reasons. One, Steph was feeling pretty emotional and wondering if she was going, and then Danny was totally blindsided.
And I've never been one to ask somebody to vote me or to keep me, and I felt like playing this game, like we're all here for a reason, and I couldn't go out letting my charity know that I just walked with my head down without asking. And so for me it was just super emotional because it's out of my comfort zone to go, like, hey, can you help me, can you save me? So for me it was just like being out of my element for one, and then personally being out of my element with every one of you. But thank you guys for giving me.
And might I just say, don't ever apologize for getting emotional.
Yeah,
this is
I'm
stressful. This is so stressful.
Yeah, it sucked to vote out Danny, but I think it was for the best because I think it's kind of switching the game up. We didn't want to send Danny home. We really like him. He's super great, but we knew he would be a hard vote, and we kind of wanted to get it out of the way when we knew Stephanie would be easier, because now we can vote her out next if we happen to not win the challenge.
Normal Stephanie would have walked away without speaking to anybody else, again, because I was the obvious choice. And so me being able to do that was, me not walking out of here regretting that I did that, and potentially something could have happened, but because I didn't step up and say something. So, me personally, I would have just been like, okay, vote me out, because I wouldn't want to vote for Danny. You know what I mean? Because I really, really wanted to work with him. And he was honest to me. He's like, I'm going to be voting you tonight.
Raised money and think of the awareness. I know we can't talk about our charities, but each and every one of us are raising awareness so much more than would have given this charity on its own. There's camaraderie actually starting up, so it's good. I feel good.
Is he just kind of larger than life? I don't know, but that kind of brings a sour taste in your mouth. Dude, you're on this tribe now. Do you want to win with us, or do you want to, that doesn't...
That should make everybody feel.
And if it's a running challenge, you can't run.
No, it is uncomfortable.
Well, I just
you don't have it.
with it because it's I know where my weaknesses are. I'm not going to, push myself anymore.
It makes me uncomfortable. Our problem is our hands are tied. We can't do anything about it if we wanted to, because he's safe for that trial if we even go.
Yeah.
And then we have to take a shot at him.
Is he? Because that's his last one. That's his third, right?
Yeah, but he'd be safe for that one. 100% this black team. They are the most wishy-washy, non-committed team ever. And exactly what we wanted, because we knew they were going to play exactly like this when we cut Corey out. Because when we cut Corey out, they don't know what to do. They're scrambling. They're asking for advice. They're not necessarily playing the game. They're like, so where do you feel at? And then judge their game based off how I'm feeling. cool, then I'm just gonna tell you exactly what I don't want you to do, and you're gonna do it, and then all of a sudden I'm back in my own position. So I do not want to work with people that are that easy to manipulate. It's pathetic.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Cool.
I promise you.
I trust you on this.
I'll never lie to you.
Okay.
I promise you.
All right.
After talking with Rob told me that he would never lie to me and that him and I are good and that we shuck on being in the merge together.
It just doesn't, like, we haven't really talked personally. She got thrown into here, we had to immediately go talk game, and then she was just trusting her old alliances, and it hasn't really branched out at all, at least not to me. So I've been trying to, like, talk with her or, like, decide or, like, try to, like, see if me, her, and Sandy can be a thing, and at least then we have 4 with Brian. But she hasn't been biting, so I keep, like, dropping breadcrumbs to see if she would.
Yeah. You think it's gonna be a mental challenge this time?
I hope not.
This would be a
I can't
time
even remember my own name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if they do a mental challenge, that would be perfect because I think we're all freaking.
You don't want everybody to get wiped. You're lifted out of here.
My brain is just not working right now.
I've got like a dehydration headache with a caffeine headache with
Yeah.
like
With a donut. Oh, you didn't have.
I didn't know donut. Dang. Sorry, though.
Honestly, we're all speculating and fingers crossed that the merge is going to be right after this. I will be rattled, very rattled if it's not.
It's just this, whatever the hell happens when we walk out there, it's going to say a lot about the future. So we kind of contemplating when the merge might be happening. We're going back and forth with numbers. We don't think it's going to happen any less than 12. So with that case, it could be right after this vote. We did the numbers there, and it works out 5 red original, 4 Itasca original, and then 4 whatever the black team was. I can't even remember the name, but so we'll work out 5-4-4. And if that's the case, it does happen right like then, 100%. I'm going to try and rally people to team up with black, and then we just pick off the jock. I don't even know what they're called, jock pack, rat pack, I don't know what they are.
If you're doing the same for me, you're taking my word on people over there, yeah.
In my group, as we have voted together, no one has screwed anyone. 100%
Yeah.
agreement. No one's backed out.
Yeah.
No one's changed their crap.
Yeah.
This group, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why
We're good.
I'm
I mean, that's why
I'm leaning
we're-
towards you.
That's why I like these guys, because the only thing that matters right now is the trust.
Yeah.
If people are jumping right now, when it becomes an individual game, you're screwed. Because the only thing that matters is numbers. There is no second merge. They're not going to resplit. There is no reshuffling. Once we're merged, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of game left. You know, some of the people that I'm aligned with, maybe, you know, would be good people. They've been good people to be with, and I think I could beat them at the end, but, you know, none of that matters if we don't get there.
Calhoun, come on in. Itasca, come on in. Calhoun, getting your look at the new Itasca tribe. Danny S. voted out at the last tribal council.
How? Good for her, though. Oh, hey, how's your world feel right now?
This next immunity challenge is called Quick Search. This challenge will be competed in 3 different sections. For the first section of this challenge, there will be 4 counters per tribe. Each of the 4 counters will be responsible for 1 item to be counted in the boxes. So that wooden box on top of the table has 4 different sections in it with different items in it. Each item will have a different amount of items that need to be counted. Once you have counted the correct amount of items, you must come over to your tribe's key and put that number down on your whiteboard. So, if you're counting the pine cones, you will write the number of pine cones you count on your board. Once all 4 people have found their number and written it down, the next person stationed at the key station will add up all the numbers together. The added up numbers are the combination for the lock on your wooden box. Once your lock is undone and the box is open, you will run the beanbags over to the last person. That person then will throw the beanbags at your tribe-colored blocks, trying to knock them down. The first tribe to knock all blocks down win immunity. Here, go me. All right, ready? Good? All right, lift to givers ready? Go! She has one for Itasca. The question is, are these numbers right? Caitlin finishing the last number for Itasca.
I can start right away or no?
Katie finishing the last number for Calhoun. Once she's done, you can turn around and add them up. Alright, Brian, turn around and add them up. If those numbers are not right, you will have to individually go back and count them yourself.
Okay, I'm done.
Brian, you might be wrong. You might have to go recount all of the things in his box. Yeah, go back and count all of them. Brian, you can't touch the items in the box.
Can you mix them out then? Because they're on top of each other for me.
I would just spread them out. I think that's fine.
Brian thinks he has it. Brian is one off. You can unlock those beanbags. Rob, you're going to start throwing. You need to stay behind the caution tape. Steph, work around the lockbox for Itasca.
Oh my goodness.
Steph, open. Nope. Throw him and run. It's now completely up to Josh and Rob. Josh knocks one off. Rob knocks one off. We're tied. 5 blocks left each. Brock knocked another one off her. Brock knocks another one. Josh knocks another one. Ready, get three. Rob! Oh! Rob keeps nicking the same one. Rob knocks another one off. And another one off. Rob's got one left. He's been waiting for him to try right now, and he looks exhausted. Josh knocks it off. Josh knocks it off. Josh could win it here now. Rob is so close. Josh taking his time. Itasca, immunity is yours. Who wants it? Steph. Congratulations. Calhoun, great effort. And I will see you at Tribal Council in a little bit. You guys can head back to camp. I got nothing for you.
The challenge was exhausting, but it was worth it. In the end, we got the win. We'll see if the last time we were at Tribal and voted out Danny, we'll see if that ends up biting us in the ass, just because we put out one of our own. The rationale for that was just because we think Stephanie's an easier vote if we need to go back to Tribal before we merge. So I want to continue to work with Katie and Maris. Rob is very curious to know what happened. We were trying to speak a little bit during the challenge before we both started throwing, because he doesn't understand what the rationale was on that blind side. But I think once we get a chance to meet back up, he'll be on board with it.
I think winning is always great. You have immunity right there. But we did kind of have a plan in place if we did not win. Kind of would have come down to Stephanie. Kind of wondering like what's going on with Rob over, because obviously he's like part of our alliance, and then we showed up without Danny and he seemed very concerned, but we tried to calm him down.
Right now, I'm mostly really worried about Rob and Charlie, and I'm worried about Josh, because those people right now I know have idols, except for Charlie. Rob, I guess I don't know, but he was at Exile Island, so for me, those are the big threats right now. Right now I trust Stephanie, Paula, Caitlin, and Katie. All trying to play the game. We're all trying to make big moves together, and so right now, those are the people I wanna move forward with and try and make some big moves. So we could
If we can keep this foursome together, you know, that was sitting over on the tarp now with Maris and Caitlin and myself, and maybe even Stephanie.
I'm really trying to build relationships and different alliances with some people. I'm hoping they're genuine, so that I'm safe for a little bit longer. I'd love to make it to the merge and keep playing. I just talked with Maris and Katie, and we quickly talked about working to the end, that no one would kind of suspect that, because Josh and Rob are really tight. So once they get back together, we might need to get them out, and they would need me for that. I was just talking with Caitlin, Paula, and Stephanie, and kind of like rallying them together to get some of the bigger targets over there, like Rob. And right now, Rob and I are very close. So, what I'm thinking I'll do is at the merge act like I'm still with Rob, and then try to like figure out where he's voting, all this stuff, because he's voted with Josh. So like when we vote them, it needs to be a blind side, or else they're gonna use their idol.
We just came back from our immunity challenge, which we think is the last one before merge, so kind of crucial. First, before the immunity even starts, we noticed that Stephanie still got this game. I have no idea how she's doing it. I'm acting like that pisses me off, but it works in my favor because I'm pretty sure she still really likes me.
Back from our challenge, Charlie and I were talking about what we're gonna do next. Right now, Charlie, Andy, and myself are kind of on the outs. So we're trying to make our way, trying to see who we can work with to make sure we see another day. Because we're not gonna want to reach out. Well, do you still want to do it? You said you didn't like that. Do you want to just stick to that?
So right now I'm thinking that I want to keep Janiki and Andy, just because they've been so loyal to me in every like crazy debacle plan that I have. They've kind of gone along with it, so they've been there for me. They both seem to really be reciprocal of what's going on. I tell them when I hear their names out, so I feel like we're in good graces there.
Yeah, as far as I know, but everything can flip again. I think that's way too messy.
Feeling good about my former tribe mates that we're gonna stick together. So I know things can change. You can think one thing and another can happen, but I'm actually feeling pretty good going into this one that I'll get through.
I agree, but and I know Rob will lie. Before I said that, he won't lie about anything. He just said, oh, I've lied. Well, usually that, no, not you and not Brian. Right. So I think everyone's move, if Rob didn't have immunity, would be to vote out Rob. But that's really not an option right now because he has his immunity. So Rob has been in the middle, whether he goes blue or whether he goes black.
Both your sides. Like, I'm just trying to be honest as possible. I got both your sides coming at me. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell to do. And then obviously that it's just a tough agreement with my tribe over there. Yeah.
Meaning, do you think they'll stay loyal to you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Right now, I'm leaning towards original Itasca. I'm just playing it by ear, honestly.
Why does he say I gotta talk to everybody? You don't have to talk to him. Just play dead.
Dude, play your goddamn game. I get you're trying to be a f***ing hero, but you're f***ing burying yourself. You're done after this round.
I know,
Are you
it's
fucking kidding me?
stupid, wishy-washy. Like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I gotta talk to other people.
Infuriating. So good, congratulations, you're free for this one. You're f***ing fair game next round, piece of shit. I want to distance myself from Arthur because he needs to start acting like the game player he actually is. He's playing this, oh, my children, I am all there for you, which is super honorable, but at the end of the day, me trying to make quick time decisions in a 15-minute like turnover period, I need to talk to other people and then figure out.
So I think my name's gonna get written down tonight, probably at least 3 or 4 times if something else doesn't happen. And it's hard to say who we can, turn over. But it's
So we've decided to kind of do sort of a replay of what we did at the last tribal, and we're going to vote for Andy. It won't be a blindside. I had a conversation with Andy, and he very much thinks and knows that he's probably going to be the one. So he's kind of scrambling.
From what I gather from Charlie and the rest of my team at Janica is that they are gunning for me, which would be Sandy, Brian, and McPhail. Right now we got Rob as a swing vote. Which way is he gonna go? Is he gonna vote for them or vote with us? We're gonna try and target McPhail.
Charlie that we're voting Andy because him and I just had like a kind of argument. He was trying to get Katie. So they want Katie, which makes no sense to me.
Oh, this will be interesting. There's a lot of wild cards, and really it all just falls in Rob's hands. Stinks when somebody else has that much power, but he can't be touched, and he's the odd man in a 3-1 alliance, our tribe. So, he's ultimately going to decide, and it's how much we believe him. And I'm leaning towards believing that I've got him, but I also don't want to go home. I also don't want to play an idol, but I also don't want to go home with an idol. So, a lot of things to consider. It's pretty clear that Charlie's really trying to play us hard, and that he can't be trusted.
Right, so who would we target then?
Well, Rob was originally saying he thought he had his 4, but now that we see that that's no longer real, maybe that changes it completely. Because he was saying 4.
So if we can get Rob in with us,
Yeah.
we could control the vote. My head right now is that I wanted a female winner before I came in, so the likely chance of that happening is high. Obviously I want me, but I was just trying to gauge different alliances that could potentially happen, because Charlie is still sketchy to me, and Rob has he doesn't know what's going on there. Yeah. And if his buddies are checking up with the females on that side, we might be able to use that. Not actually checking up.
Right.
Yeah.
I have options. My options are to align with Sandy, Brian, and KDM, and to vote and try to pull in Rob, and then we all vote for Andy. My other option is to side with Charlie and Andy and try to pull in Rob, and then vote for KDM. So I'm kind of in a pickle.
Well, we've got Rob that's sitting over there flipping back and forth, so it's kind of a tricky situation.
Yeah, you never know.
It is.
I don't know. I mean, if he gets into the merge, and they're really over there too, but he's safe. This is his last time he's safe. Approached Sandy. I said, hey, now might be a good time to make a move. You're kind of quiet in the last tribal council. You're just sitting here. So if you want to do that, she's like, well, then I'm the black sheep at the merge. I'm like, it's not going to matter over there because you'll have the numbers with you.
This is messy.
No.
What just happened?
What did just happen?
That they're plotting something.
Yeah, they're tough gonna be, as you said, they're gunning for me. But then
Unless they blindside one of us.
that could be happening too. I mean, they very well could do.
It's Rob is being such a little baby bitch. Dude, I think he's safe and can't shit about it.
he should step up and like right now and make a move.
No, he's trying to, like I said, he's being this guy. Love everybody. I get it. It's a fine game if you can pull it off. Obviously, Brian's this guy down here.
Yep. So he's gonna try and get him just to target, obviously.
Well, it's obviously one of us.
Yeah. So I'm scrambling right now. I've looked all over here for another idol. I can't find one. So if it was out here, I've missed it. I think that was probably one of my biggest chances of staying in the game right now, unless Rob decides to go with us.
And what I've decided to do is
Welcome back to Tribal Council. So, Rob, I have a quick question for you. Coming back with no knowledge of how this tribe was interacting before you, how did everyone start approaching you once you entered it? Were they just standoffish? Were they like, okay, Rob, come here, we gotta talk.
no, everyone's been all over me. I'm the swing man tonight, and it's that simple. Swing vote.
So it's safe to say that Charlie, Andy, and Janicki are together, and Sandy, Brian, and McPhail are together with you caught in the middle.
And I told them I'd make my decision at Tribal tonight.
So Brian, what kind of anxiety does that give you when the life of your game literally is put into one person?
It changes it a little bit. It's a unique position for Rob to be in, and it's difficult to know that your fate is hanging in the balance and you really don't have a whole lot of control over it. But, you know, it is what it is, and it'll be an interesting tribal.
So Sandy, moving forward as the numbers dwindle, it says 3 here, Rob here. What happens if we swap again, or what happens if a merge comes? How do you guys assess, just those 3 stay together and those 2 stay together and Rob's in the middle again, or how is that working?
I have no idea. You know, if it happens, then we'll figure it out, but I mean, I don't know.
And Andy, you successfully played an idol last time and got Corey out of this game. Do you think that put a target on your back, or is that just like a, yo, like, you guys are gonna vote me, I have an idol?
Yeah, it's a big target on my back. My name's been tossed around, so Rob is the swing vote, and as he said, he's gonna make his decision now. But there's also, you know, 3 other people sitting behind me as well that can vote and change the course of this game. I mean, this is what we're here to do, is play a game, and if you want to make big moves, you know, you got to make them now.
And so Janicki, when everyone's saying Rob's the swing vote, are you just okay with that? You're like, okay, sounds good. Like, okay, hopefully it's not me.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it isn't me. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure everyone's thinking that, but I mean, we've been working our butts off all afternoon, and they have their story, we have our story.
So there's no other side to this, Charlie. It is literally straight down the middle with Rob.
I mean, that's not necessarily the case, not what Rob wants to do. I mean, there's a lot of conversations that are going on, and like if you're gonna talk about them and people commit to you, I just feel like we need to just step on it and make sure we're committed to what we talk about. So it doesn't matter what happens tonight. I respect everybody's gameplay, but at the end of the day, you need to know who you're gonna work with moving forward and how that's gonna best proceed your game to the best of your ability. That's all.
I think it's 3-3, but also I've had a lot of individual conversations, and I take all those individual conversations into account as well.
Well, I just want this vote to happen to know the outcome, because, you know, nothing, like, at this point, nobody can say anything to persuade anyone. Everybody's mind will be completely their own. Even if it's 3-3, that could change in a second just by somebody changing their mind. So this isn't going to be a clear-cut vote.
So you don't think these 3s are as solid as perception is?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess this whole tribal relies on what Rob will do, so we will get to the vote. All right, Andy, you're up. tally the votes. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Charlie. Andy. That's 1 vote Charlie, 1 vote Andy. McPhail. That's 1 vote Charlie, 1 vote Andy, 1 vote McPhail. Charlie. That's 2 votes Charlie, 1 vote Andy, 1 vote McPhail. Charlie. That's 3 votes Charlie, 1 vote Andy, 1 vote McPhail. The 9th person voted off of list to give the Hanover Hilltop. Charlie, can you bring me your torch?
I've seen better blind sides. Charlie's voting.
I think they want to go out.
Exactly, so it doesn't work.
Blow out.
Get our box.
So 3 people had votes that tribal. I have honestly no idea what's going on. If you guys just head back to camp and you should maybe figure it out yourselves.